beautiful and loving souls. Welcome back as we prepare to mix a little magic with a lot of real talk. I'm Chastity, your intuitive life coach, energy reader, and Reiki master. Today we're going to be discussing a topic that's got more mystery, sparkle, and myths than a cauldron full of glitter. Yep, we're talking witchcraft. So grab your favorite candle, light it up, and let's get into it. This is a topic that I was asked to cover, and honestly, I love it when I get specific requests. I have a lot of things that I could talk about, so having you tell me exactly what you want to hear really helps me out, and I appreciate that. So thank you for co-creating this space with me. I am very grateful. Now, no, this is not the frog boiling, spell casting over a cauldron kind of talk. Although I'm sure someone somewhere is still trying to turn their ex into a toad. But that's not my vibe. Let's start with what is a witch. Let's get level set first. So I did what anyone curious would do. I looked up the word witch in the dictionary. And Merriam-Webster had some thoughts. I'm going to share a few of these definitions with you. A person, especially a woman, who is credited with having usually malignant supernatural powers. Interesting. A woman who is believed to practice usually black magic, often with the aid of a devil or familiar sorceress. You know, as someone who was born in Massachusetts, this is giving me full-on Salem witch trials energy. Seriously, you know? And I'm going to digress here a second. I've been to hell and back a few times in my lifetime. And I can tell you that the devil doesn't work with me. He doesn't like it. I have tried to reorganize and to restructure the pits of hell, because I'm trying to make it more efficient and try to get the flames to work better. And he doesn't like it. So I am debunking that myth. Let's just get this one over with and out of the way. All right, let's get back on track. Here's another definition. A practitioner of witchcraft, especially in adherence with a neo-pagan tradition or religion such as Wicca. Now that's a definition that we can work with. But then it turns again. A mean or ugly old woman. Merriam-Webster, I can think of a different word that rhymes with witch that better suits that definition, but I'll take the high road here. Then there's a charming or alluring girl or woman. Listen, I'm biased here. Let's go with this one. Being perceived as some sort of temptress is so much more empowering than being seen as a hag. I'm just saying. Yeah? And then just when you think you're done, the last definition says, someone who affects injuriously with witchcraft because, of course, all witches must be out here hurting people, right? Merriam-Webster. It's 2025. Catch up. Words evolve. And so should definitions. So what does witchcraft mean to me? Some people follow witchcraft as a religion, especially those who practice Wicca. But for me, it's not about religion. It's a spiritual practice and a lifestyle. Witchcraft to me is consciously working with energy. It's using tools like candles and incense and herbs and rituals, not because the tools have power, but because they help us focus the power that already lives within us. I'm going to give you some real life examples. Let's say you buy a candle that's been charged with a specific intention. Maybe it's for love or healing or prosperity, whatever it may be. When you light it with that same intention in your heart, you're not just burning wax. You're releasing aligned energy into your space and into your life. That's spell work. Taking a spiritual bath with charged water and herbs, same thing. Creating a ritual around a full moon, same thing. Consciously working with energy. It's all energy. Conscious, intentional, and aligned. As someone who identifies as a witch, I also tune into the rhythm of the universe. I connect with the elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. I work with the light. I co-create with high vibrational frequencies. I set intentions for love and healing. And yes, I make my own candles and my own incense. I burn sage and palo santo, and I use oils, all of it. But why do I do it? To raise my vibration, to keep my energy light, and to help others do the same. I'm going to address specific questions that I received about witchcraft. Is witchcraft good or bad? It's neither. It's neutral. It's just energy. It all depends on the intention of the person practicing it. When you're coming from a loving, grounded place, that is what most people would refer to as white magic. But if you're working from a space of fear, pain, anger, jealousy, or control, that's dark magic. The most important thing to remember is whatever energy you send out, that's the energy that will circle back. No exceptions. Are spells and hexes real? That was another question I got. Yes, but not in the way most people think. Some people do try to manipulate energy. They might create altars, use personal items, to focus energy to affect somebody else's path and stuff like that. Oh, and by the way, if anyone's doing that to you, congratulations. You're so important that they've made you their main character. I mean, not really, but it really is almost flattering. Here's what really matters. You cannot be affected unless you are aligned with that energy. Think of it like a radio station. If someone is broadcasting low vibe fear or drama or chaos, you won't be able to pick it up unless you too are tuned into that same frequency. If you're higher vibrating, living in peace and in love and in harmony, you won't attract that low vibrational energy being sent to you because you're not tuned into it. Okay, so what if you know that someone's sending you negative energy? What do? You keep your vibrations up. You stay grounded. You stay in love. You stay in clarity. Energy will always meet you where you are. So keep yourself in alignment with what you want to receive. Here's where I may say something different than what others would. I do not believe in returning to sender. I hear people saying that quite a bit on social media. And this is why I don't believe in having people return to sender and return the same energy back. You have to connect with that energy in order to send it back. But why would you want to align with something you're trying to avoid? Why? Why would you do that? Instead, transmute it. Take that dense, heavy energy and flip it. Raise your vibration and send love back. Send the energy out that you want to receive. And if you're thinking of casting a spell or paying someone to cast a spell, to make someone either fall in love with you or stay or come back or whatever, that's not love. That's control. Think about what it is that you're trying to do. I recently saw some like spell casting candles being sold online, and some were labeled for like binding lovers, and it had a female and a male figure embracing and facing each other. Then there was a different candle that showed a female and a male figure standing back to back, like facing in opposite directions. And it was for like separating couples or keeping them apart, something like that. But imagine using a spell to chain someone to you energetically. It's like putting a boulder on their back. That weight creates resistance. Eventually, they'll want out, and the disconnection will be significantly stronger than before. And the same thing when you're trying to separate people. It's like pulling on a rubber band. You might create some distance for some time, but at some point, snap goes a rubber band, and they're back together and stronger than before. Energy has a way of balancing itself out. So be very mindful of what you're asking for and why. Witchcraft, when practiced with clarity and love and respect, is beautiful. It's conscious, it's intentional, and it's aligned. It's not about power over others. It's about awakening the power within yourself and using the different tools available to you that you are drawn to using to help you in the process. If you feel called to explore your magic, follow that spark. Let it guide you inward. Just be sure you're aligning and not controlling. That is where the real magic lives. And as always, if you've got questions, I'm open to another magical conversation. Until next time, may love and light always guide you. Take care.